No idea. Oh, I saw the video for the new people. They actually look pretty cool.
Pretty fire. I need
I'm gonna
them
play.
now.
Yeah, I'm gonna play the new defender
I
a
need that
lot.
sniper bitch.
Great. All right. It's up, and the defender is African or not African. No, he's African, but more specifically, he's
Stop! Let him go.
Kenya.
African American.
No, he's Kenya. He's from Kenya. They didn't specify on where the chick's from, so I'm gonna say Africa too, but I could also be wrong. But the dude's from Kenya. Alright. Now,
I just milked my duds.
Piaggi's not eating. I must find the Holy Lands in the painting. Longest, I noticed. Okay. Yeah. I need a... Jabba. Oh! Shit! I found Piaggi. He was in here.
I just heard Jabba and then also, oh shit.
I found Piaggi. Hey, Payne.
Your Eminence, would you have a moment to spare?
Not now, Louis. Please, leave me alone.
I beg your pardon?
I want to be alone.
Very well. I'm only searching for information about the lance of Longinus, the soldier. If you could...
Not listening to me. You are playing with fire.
I see what you mean.
Louis, don't push it. Leave while you still can.
Your Eminence, are you all right? Your Eminence, are you with me? Can you turn around, please?
What do you want to know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
Your Eminence, turn around.
This is the weapon used by a Roman centurion on the very day Christ was nailed to the cross.
Something's wrong with Piaggi.
Longinus thrust his lance in the right side of Jesus.
Please.
As you wish.
His nose was bleeding.
His nose is bleeding.
So you are looking for the
my
Holy
milk
Lance
dud.
of Longinus, are you?
No, I was wondering about it myself.
Oh, Louis. It's even worse than I thought. I believe you when you say you've only come to find out more. But in that case, it means that Sarah didn't even tell you the point of it all. Because, believe me, you are looking for it. You are looking for the lance. You should know, you are not the only one. Lord Mortimer has spent a good part of his life and his fortune trying to find it. Never will he let you have it. But tell me, before going any further, have you spoken to anyone else about this?
Questioning of vulnerability.
No, Your Eminence. I thought you'd be the only one able to help me with it.
Your words lack conviction, Louis. If I'm...
No!
Huh?
Okay, he's immune to conviction. Got it.
Your Eminence, would you have a moment to...
Wait, did that actually stay up? No,
There?
it didn't.
Not now, Louis. Please, leave me alone.
I beg your pardon?
I want to be alone.
Very well. I'm only searching for information about the lance of Longinus, the soldier. If you could...
Not listening to me. You are playing with fire.
I see what you mean.
Don't push it. Leave while you still
Really?
can.
Your Eminence, are you all right? Your Eminence, are you with me? Can you turn around, please?
What do you want to know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
Your Eminence, turn around.
This is the weapon used by a Roman centurion
Hi.
on the very day Christ was nailed to the cross.
Look at me.
Longinus thrust his lance in the right side of Jesus.
Please.
As you wish.
Wait, so my visions aren't
His
from...
nose is bleeding.
So you are looking for the Holy Lance
What are
of
my visions
Longinus,
from?
are you?
I kind of either I thought it was a vision or you were seeing somebody else's
I was
eyes.
wondering about it myself.
Oh, Louis.
Pretty much, I'm seeing through someone
It's
else's
even
eyes.
worse
Yeah.
than I thought. I believe you when you say you've only come to find out more. But in that case, it means that Sarah didn't even tell you the point of it all. Because, believe me, you are looking for it. You are looking for the lance. You should know, you are not the only one. Lord Mortimer has spent a good part of his life and his fortune trying to find it. Never will he let you have it. But tell me, before going any further, have you spoken to anyone else about this?
No, you are the first I've spoken to about it, Your Eminence.
Come now, Louis. Are you quite sure of that?
Yes, my mother knows about it.
Of course, Sarah. Who else?
No one else.
What are you going to use the lance for, exactly?
Honestly, I have no idea.
If I told you why I needed this lance, you would never believe it.
What?
Trust me, you can
you're
tell
like,
me
I don't know what I'm
anything.
using for.
It's
But
our
I'm gonna use
only
it.
chance to vanquish the demons.
Oh, my dear God, Louis. You sound just like Sarah. Do you realize you are following the same path, step by step? Sarah also started by imagining things. She, too, spoke of demons, I am told. She could no longer speak to anyone, and saw a hidden monster in every guest,
For some reason, I actually
lurking in
helped
the
myself, but
shadows,
also didn't at the
ready
same
to
time.
devour her. You must let us help you.
More gummy.
Louis, I thank you for your sincerity. I shall answer you about
This is
Longinus.
a fucked up bear. I'm gonna
You
bite his head
deserve
off.
to be told. His spear-headed lance did indeed pierce the side
Did he
of
use
the
them?
Messiah. His blood gushed out, covering the head of the lance. It was covered in the blood of Christ.
Thank you. Thank you, Your
I
Eminence.
have a
You
lot
are
of
welcome.
issues.
Be careful, Louis. You are on a perilous path.
You
Don't
say.
follow Sarah's demons, my boy. Don't delve too deeply into her delusions, or you won't be able to come back. The demons that she is frantically trying to drive away are in her own mind. Take good care of yourself. God keep you.
Okay. Search for more clues. Specialists in artistic depictions. Sacred text. Specialists in erotism?
Reno, back the fuck up.
What's the specialist part?
I'm eating the baby shark.
Specialist.
Understood.
It's a
Calm down.
person. But who?
Huh?
Calm down.
No.
Jabba, you want to see if you can figure it out for me? Because I don't know who it could be.
Okay, give me a second. I'm in the middle of an online race. Alright.
Specialist in esotericism.
Pardon me, monsieur, but I have work to do.
Specialist in esotericism. It's not George. Not Napoleon, not Peru.
Ew, kettle chips.
Volt?
What the fuck?
Huh.
Hold on, I'm trying to figure this out.
Esoterism.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better. Longinus is holding the holy lance in his left hand, and I'll bet he's holding the sponge-soaked in holy blood in the other hand. Yes! Here we can see that the holy lance is represented in the shape of a spear. I better make sure I check this twice. It's a work that dates from the Renaissance, and there's nothing to say that it's not based on erroneous elements. But I believe what I read in the letter from Milan addressed to Mortimer. There's every reason to believe that this painting has been modified according to his guidelines to represent the true shape of the Holy Lance, a spear shape. This work is an order from Lord Mortimer. All the details have been conceived with a specific goal in mind. Upon closer examination, you can see that even the style clashes with that of most of the other works in the manor. No. If Mortimer has taken special care as the conception and the exhibition of this painting in his study in the same way as for the Nightmare painting, it must be of some significance. And that is indeed the true shape of the Holy Lance, a spear shape. There's only one way of being sure. I'll have to find other clues that will confirm this information.
I want to read the text.
Adoration of the Shepherds with Saints Longinus and John. Giulio Romano, 1534.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know who's a specialist in whatever it is, esotericism.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
What can you tell me about the guests?
Do excuse me, sir, but I am bound by discretion to say nothing about Lord Mortimer's guests, sir. Perhaps would like to know something else?
What? You can attempt to gain more information about the lands by talking to President George Washington, but he will only direct you to ask Walner about the land.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
Walner. Okay. Why would Walner know? I'm curious as to why Walner was no. I wouldn't think of him. Chris, are you from town of Salem?
No.
Mm. You need to go to bed. Go take some NyQuil and pass the fuck out. You think I'm joking? Oh, well, that sucks. That sucks. Okay, this is Napoleon's room. I can go in Peru's room now? Oh, okay. Finally was able to get into Peru's room.
Great. Honey. A pattern with 4 circles.
So, a couple letters in here. 3 letters.
Dear Monsieur Peru, I'm writing to thank you for the funds you sent. These funds will be crucial for the renovation of the western wing of the orphanage. The children you sent are doing marvelously well, and little Pierre will soon be walking. Some of them still sometimes suffer nightmares about their parents on the scaffold, but I expect they will cease in due course. Should you decide to send us more, please note that another 20 beds will soon be ready. The children and myself will never thank you enough. Long live the Republic. Long live France.
So he...
Sister Marie-Hélène. I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
He's been helping the children of the people he murdered. Not a complete horrible person.
Records of the police. Notes intended for the police lieutenant of Paris. It's a list of people under surveillance in Paris, and there's some well-known names on it. This is valuable information. This shouldn't be lying around.
Yeah, for me to find.
Dear friend, please come and join us. We must meet about the ongoing operations in Paris. A boat will be waiting for you in Calais and will take you to Dover in England. From there, a carriage will take you to the port of Tintagel, where a frigate will be waiting for you and the other guests, so you can meet up with me on my island as quickly as possible. I await your arrival.
Oh, there wasn't much in Peru's room. Alright. How to find Waldner's room. Where was his room? That's Elizabeth's room. This is Waldner's room, right?
Monsieur Johann van Wulner.
Johan, I have questions for you. Johan. Grab you, Siller.
It seems like he isn't
Yeah.
here.
Damn it, he's not in his room!
Chemistry
Somebody
set.
should-
That's
should
not
really
surprising coming from Von
turn on the
Wollner.
ceiling fan.
He's not in his room, man.
So, let's see what Wollner has in his bookcase. A few works on religions, 2 scientific essays about human thought. Most of these works are on alchemy. Longini Militis Fabulum. Ah! What have we here? It looks like a kind of biography on Longinus
Oh.
the Centurion. Truly, Wollner has done everything he can to get information about that lance. I'd better keep this one, though.
Richet?
Damn, that's all I need. Maybe
I
he
was
knows
admiring
something
your
about the
book.
lance.
What are you doing in my room?
Sir, perfect timing. I was looking for you.
You were looking for me? Well, here I am. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if you might help me.
You're the one looking for the lance.
No,
Don't take me for a fool. You are looking for the holy lances.
What's the matter? You seem completely panicked at the idea I might be interested in this relic.
No, that's not true.
What are you so afraid of?
I'm not afraid.
You know Mortimer's got it, so you're not worried that I'd give it back to him.
What are
So
you?
why are you so terrified of me being able to find it?
You have no idea what it is you're looking for. What are you playing at, Richet? Mortimer's the one who has that cursed lance.
How long have you been looking for it?
Ah, I see. You want it, and so you plan to steal it from Mortimer.
For a long time. Isn't that right?
Why, you little swine! You're planning
call me a
to give
swine.
it to Sir Gregory. You're looking to double-cross me and Piaggi too.
What on earth is he talking about? Mr. Von Wollner, would you be so kind as to calm yourself down, please? All I'm trying to do is make amends for His Eminence's errors. Sir Gregory should surround himself with better people, if you want my opinion, but Piaggi is a friend of my mother's.
What? You want to help Piaggi?
I just told you that's what my mother would do if she was here. I heard you in the corridor, and he seemed to be in serious trouble because of the lances. I'm only trying to help him.
Oh, I did it.
All right,
That's
Louis.
awesome.
I thought you were trying to manipulate me, but
Kinda
please,
am, but yeah.
excuse me. I got a little bit carried away. But you can't get ahead by staying in the shadows on a case like this. There are already several of us searching for the Lance of Longinus. And it would be smarter to pool our information.
Unfortunately, I've barely made any progress. I'm still trying to find out what the original lance really looked like.
Let me reassure you, we've all been there, given the number of copies there are in existence. It also took us quite some time to discover its true shape. Many believe the central part of the head of the lance to be covered in gold, whereas, in truth, its center is made of an alloy of copper and iron.
That does make sense. In those times, a centurion
So,
wouldn't
I don't
have
want to
any
go get
chance
something
of
to drink, but I
possessing
came
a
back.
lance made of gold.
That is
Okay,
the
what?
perversion of Christian
get something to drink, but I
idolatry.
came back
A
with it.
copper lance could not have been noble enough
Sounds like you.
to pierce the side of Christ.
Anyway, thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Louis.
Okay,
Keep me
so it's
posted
copper.
as to your research. We're bound to end up recovering it.
I'm counting on it. See you later.
Okay, so Warner isn't so bad. Still think he's kind of a
I
jackass.
managed to get the biography of Longinus the Centurion. Let's see what it can teach me. An interesting passage here tells me that the lance is engraved with the symbol of the first Christians, the fish.
Travel's not gonna speak our language? Alright.
I don't even speak your language. Jesus, Krista. Yeah, you keep doing that, you're not gonna be able to talk soon.
That's the point!
Jeez.
Hi, Fuzz. When did you get down here?
Alright. Sacred texts are down.
A song of Roland. Roland feels his death is near. His brain...
Okay, so the spearhead is, or the lance's head is copper. It's shaped like a spear, and it has an engraving of a fish on it. Got it. Okay, Piggy. What?
Whip my meat!
What? Again? Why?
Whip my meat!
A Byzant from the Byzantine Empire, a coin often used during the St. Louis era. The Bible must mean the lance which finally took the life of Christ.
But
The Gospel of St. John is the most detailed on the subject of the crucifixion. When they came to Jesus and saw that he was dead already, they broke not his legs, but one of the soldiers with a shimmering lance pierced his side, and forthwith there came out blood and water. And he that saw it bore witness, and his record is true, and he knoweth that he saith true, that ye might believe. A shimmering lance? What is this telling me?
Oh, fuck it up. Oh.
The medieval Hermetic traditions evoke the idea of using noble materials for relics, which the monasteries often made themselves in order to attract pilgrims. Of course, they had to inspire greatness. So here, we might think of gold, whereas a centurion could not have hoped for anything better than copper at the time. The true lance would not have been a luxurious weapon. The name of the Roman soldier who killed Christ never appears in the biblical canon. Yet, it is said he was a centurion and was called Longinus.
Hi. Hi. You look
Okay, let's see if we can find it. Oh. Let's see what's
Be
left.
nice.
This sarcophagus is engraved with the name of Clemens III. Good God! The one whose cross allowed me to enter. That was the Pope from the Middle Ages who inspired the Third Crusade. He gave the Roman people the power to elect their magistrates. He was basically an anti-pope. His path to the throne was pretty turbulent, and he had to be enthroned several times. The result of a long conflict between the papacy and the Holy Empire.
Right.
This sarcophagus is engraved with the name of Clemens
Fuck off with the
III.
name, I know.
Good God! The one whose cross allowed me to enter. This sarcophagus is beautifully made, but ancient. The stone is marked by the passage of time, but it's really well preserved.
Okay. There's another one there. What's down here? What is this?
I can see that this spear has a so-called leaf shape. It is copper-rimmed. I can see the tip is engraved with the symbol of the Eye of Ra.
No, that's not it. The one I'm looking for has a fish.
This one has no name. I wonder who it was for.
Okay, I'm looking for a gold. No, not gold. Copper spear with fish engraving on it.
Ow.
Flavius Aetius. Flavius Aetius, the one they call the last of the Romans. He was assassinated by his own emperor, who was jealous of all his victories. But how did he end up here?
That's a good question.
Flavius Aetius. It was cut a long time ago. You could tell by the rough hacks of the tool and the patina of the stone. This sarcophagus is very ancient. I'd say it's several centuries old. I remember. He was the Roman general who defeated Attila and his hordes in the terrible battle of the Catalonian plains. Flavius Aetius, the one they call the last of the Romans. He was assassinated by his own emperor, who was jealous of all his victories.
The way he says emperor.
But how did he end up here?
Look up too much spooky shit. God, juice it.
What?
I was being PG-13.
Juice it.
I was being PG-13. Sue me.
No.
We can see that this lance has a particular spear shape. It is coated in gold. You can distinguish the symbol of a fish engraved on the tip, barely noticeable.
No, that's coated in gold. We want a copper one.
The sarcophagus has been ravaged by time. It's sort of ageless, I guess.
Copper round. Shape of a boar spear. Okay. A shape of a spear. It's copper round. Engraved with the
They're
fish.
still making Wii
It's
games?
entirely sculpted. These symbols, these grooves, cuneiform script. This is humanity's oldest alphabet, the language of Babel. Sadly, no one today even knows how to decipher it. There's also some text engraved beneath in ancient Greek.
So that language
Sargon.
we couldn't understand, Jabba?
Is this the tomb of a
That's
king?
the language of Babel.
Judging by all the sculpted symbols of power,
on
this
that
is really
big
ancient.
block.
The
Yeah,
inscriptions
like the
are all
Tower of
eroded.
Babel,
I
that
don't know what those
obsidian
marks
box
mean, but
that we didn't know what
maybe
was.
a stone or epitaph.
It's the language of Babel. Because I just found some more here. Hello.
We can see that this lance has a leaf shape, and well, it's in gold. I can see that a
do you think I'm
crucifix is
trying to
engraved on the
do?
tip, just barely visible.
Huh?
You're not trying hard enough.
I.
Jesus, you two. Oh, me oh my. Let's see. What's this one?
take a look at this lance here. It has a very special leaf shape. It is copper rimmed, and I can see a fish symbol engraved on the tip. I can see that this lance has the shape of a boar spear. The blade is partially coated in copper, and I can just make out the symbol of the Eye of Ra engraved on the tip. I can see this lance has a spear shape, it is copper rimmed, and it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip.
Okay, that's it, but before we take it, I want to see what the others are.
This lance has a leaf shape. It is copper rimmed. The symbol of the Christian fish is engraved on the tip.
Hello, whose is this? And why is it behind a gate? And why do I hear bugs?
What about this lance? It's got a spear shape, and the blade is partly made of copper. A barely visible crucifix is engraved on the blade.
Wait, this one says Lord Mortimer.
The sarcophagus of Lord Mortimer. It's the only sarcophagus in this crypt which appears to bear the Mortimer family name. What ancestor can it be? There's no inscription. Let's see what we can find here.
Oh man, in Israel, avocados, Escalade, and Rob.
Great. Now let's see what's inside. The sarcophagus of Lord Mortimer. Let's see what we can find here. It's the only sarcophagus in this crypt which appears to bear the Mortimer family name.
There's nothing
what
in it.
ancestor can it be? There's no inscription.
There's no body in there? Alright, let's grab the spear. I think this was it, right?
I can see this lance has a spear shape.
Let's see.
It is copper rimmed.
Copper rim.
And it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip.
I thought it was boar's. I thought it was the shape of a boar spear.
I must be sure of my choice. I cannot get it wrong. Am I absolutely sure this is the one to take?
Yeah. I got the trait infiltrator, great. Whoa, there's tons of sarcophaguses around here. Okay, giant statue head. Okay. Oh, okay. Chosen the Lance of Longinus. Okay, I have not found all the clues enabling me to identify the Lance. What? Did not find all the copies of the Lance of Longinus kept.
What?
How? There's no way I didn't find them all. I looked through every nook and cranny, and how did I not find all the clues? Oh, I probably should have talked to George.
I like how you tell me.
Yeah, you did, and I totally ignored the whole thing about George, to be honest. I heard you, but I ignored it.
Wow.
Sorry. Oh well, I got the right one.
Yo, Mozzie's getting a fire-ass kid.
I'm already pressed for time as it is. Mother's waiting for me on the wharf.
Agility is the only one I need. But I still want to know how I didn't find all the copies of the spear. Because I looked through every nook and cranny of the crypt.
True.
De Richet, sticking your nose everywhere again.
Wow. Oh my
What's the matter with
fucking
him?
god, he scared the
Excuse me,
shit
monsieur.
out of me.
I don't follow you.
I haven't come all this way just to fail, so close to the goal.
Why? What are you talking about?
I am talking about what you are doing. This conference is going to boost my career. There is no question of me letting you ruin everything. I just surprised
fuck off,
Piaget and
Napoleon.
Polner talking. You are about to rob Mortimer. Give me what you took from him, immediately.
Let's keep calm, please. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll have to cut this short, quick.
Listen, what the fuck you
Look,
doing?
I don't know what you're going on about, and I don't have
know.
time for this right now.
Don't bank on getting rid of me so easily, De Richet. Where have you been?
Did Lord Mortimer tell you you could trust me?
Yes, but...
So, I'm working for him right now, and you're wasting my time with your questions. Look, if he hasn't taken you into his confidence, then you shouldn't know yet.
I'll soon figure out what you are up to. And I am convinced that you have indeed robbed...
I mean, I did rob him, but shut the fuck up, Napoleon.
Mortimer. The game is up. Give me what you took from him.
You know, this is becoming an obsession with you.
Show me what you are carrying, or I will call the servants.
Don't ever be mean to Napoleon Bonaparte.
Very well. Fair is fair. You've exposed me. Here. This is what I took from him. Look, I'm sorry. I acted on a bizarre impulse.
I don't know either, and frankly, you have disappointed me. That said, it
Oh,
is not
I got
as
it.
bad as I thought it would be. Right. We'll leave it there. I'm glad that things have been cleared up.
So, are we finished here?
Indeed we are. I shall leave you.
That's right. Go play somewhere else. See you later, monsieur.
Okay, can
Come
we
on.
just say...
Hurry up and join my mother at the
Can we
wharf.
just say how stupid Napoleon is? Or, well, not stupid, gullible.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. I'm hoping I got the right lance. Since I didn't learn everything and I didn't find all the copies, there is a chance I have the wrong one.
Oh, God.
So, here's to hoping I have the right one, but the thing is I looked at all the copies. I looked at every single one I could find. How did I miss some? If I missed one, that's gonna be irritating. I guarantee I just missed one single one. And I'm gonna be pissed if that's not the right... I will be irritated if that's not the right one, to be honest. Oh, great. How am I supposed to get outside?
I fucking hate
Ah, Louis. Perfect timing.
As luck would have it.
Come, my boy. I would like to have a word with you.
Ah, great.
Come closer, please. It's time we had a little chat.
What's wrong, my lord? Tell me. What's with all the bodyguards?
Louis, it's time you found out the truth. I've been observing you since you arrived. I see you running all over the grounds in the search of Sarah. I would like to prevent her from leading you even further down the wrong road.
Like, what's up with all the bodyguards? Let me tell you, I've been stalking.
The wrong road?
Louis, Sarah has made her
Yeah,
own
he's been
choices of her
stalking me.
own free will, and I would like for you to have the same chance. You see, Sarah and I have known each other for a very long time, Louis. I am aware of her theory.
What?
About me,
I'm talking
about
to...
Gregory, about the demons.
So you're gonna tell me she's wrong, and that she's a liar?
She's right. Look at
Wait,
me.
why y'all so demons so
I have inhabited this body since 1191.
Yes, demons.
For the last 602 years, I have been this dear William Mortimer.
Oh, wow.
You've been Mortimer for 600 years? How long have the demons been among mankind?
Oh, I don't think I'd be lying if I said that we have always been here.
If I follow you, you must have witnessed some of the greatest moments in history.
You could certainly say that, yes.
Did you know ancient Egypt?
Oh, yes, yes. We were gods on earth in those days.
What did men call you then?
Amenhotep IV.
The 10th pharaoh of the 18th dynasty?
Ooh, I see you're a connoisseur, Louis. Impressive.
Did you know ancient Greece?
In many ways, yes. One day Pericles, the next Parmenides. Just the memory of the time I spent working on acoustics with Pythagoras. Well,
So he
it
really
moves
is
me
a
quite
demon.
deeply, to tell the truth.
Pericles. He's the one who brought Athens to its golden age, isn't he?
In a way, yes.
He established democracy and then died during an epidemic.
He literally
It wasn't
just...
so long
I'm-
after his two sons
What?
passed away. Isn't that
This
right?
game is actually...
Excuse me, Louis,
He did live
I
through
would
many
rather
songs.
not relive any more of
You're
that.
right. I'm gonna
You know,
ask about all of it.
Did you experience ancient Rome?
Oh, yes. Luxury and decadence, Louis. My family did indeed reign supreme, but from this period I retain only the works of my friend, Marcus Vitruvius Pollio.
You seem to be fascinated by Christ. You weren't
Oh, I
him.
forgot, because you game was set in like 1700.
Oh, no, not at all. He was my father, though. Strange as it seems.
I beg your pardon? Am I dreaming? Ugh, please tell me I'm dreaming.
We should have a
saying he's
chance to talk
Lucifer?
about all that again later,
Wait!
but... Yes,
Are you saying
yes, he was my father.
You're Lucifer?
All the mythology surrounding Jesus of Nazareth really stems from my father's prideful need to show himself among men.
I've noticed that you have a passion for the Crusades.
Among other things, yes. Mainly the third. It was during the siege of St. Joan of Arc that I took possession of Lord Mortimer.
And you've never changed skins or bodies since?
I have used other envelopes, but only to carry out very short tasks. Apart from that, indeed, I have been able to retain the identity of William Alexander Mortimer throughout the centuries.
You said other envelopes? Wow.
Other people.
I know,
Lucifer,
but the envelopes...
the fallen archangel, left heaven accompanied by
Holy shit, I didn't know he left
133,306,668
a
angels.
company with that many angels.
Is it true that there are that many of you?
No, I assure you, Louis. Forget your Bible class. It's ridiculous. We are not angels. We don't have wings. There is certainly nowhere near 1,000,000 of us. And for that matter, no sacred human text represents us correctly. There are several families, and the family to which I belong has 8 siblings, including Gregory and myself.
Sir Gregory is your brother?
Yes, what can I say?
So
You
it's
can't
possessed.
choose your family. But it is very difficult to know exactly how
Apparently
many
he's
of
a
us there
demon.
are, because a large number of our kind remain hidden, or never reveal themselves even to us.
Okay.
And you truly have the power to manipulate the thoughts of men.
That's right. Every demon has
I am
the capacity
confused.
to infiltrate
I
the
am
minds
too.
of men and to read and steer their thoughts.
And what do you do with this power?
We help them, of course.
Hold on, what is he immune to? His name Mortimer.
Technically, holy water.
Nope, his immunity. He's
Okay, I
immune
thought
to
you said
science. Yeah, I got that.
Of course you do. And you expect me to believe that, I suppose.
Louis,
Oh!
demon
Conviction.
is just a word. It all depends on what exists
He's immunity
beneath the
to conviction
surface.
too.
I understand that this isn't easy. The culture of men is centered on the fact that demons are responsible for all the evils on Earth.
But if it's the same in every single culture, then maybe there might be something to it. Don't you think?
Certainly there is something to it. Control. Man has spent his existence wishing to believe in the supernatural and imposing his belief on others. What could be more convenient for manipulating the masses? A perfect, inaccessible being and a plethora of demons in every one. The perfect idea to relieve men of all responsibility while still finding them guilty.
Can you tell me more about your capacities, your supernatural powers?
Supernatural? From my point of view, they are perfectly natural. Well, Louis, just because the monkey does not fly doesn't mean that we should consider the bird a supernatural creature. We are all part of a grand design. We are simply made like this. By developing our art, we are able to read thoughts as well as write in the minds of men. It is possible for us to make them bow to our desire, but it doesn't work without leaving some scars.
You're the devil incarnate.
The devil? I'm not saying that all Judeo-Christian folklore hasn't served us, but the truth is, of course, something quite different. Please, don't look at us through the primitive prism of religions.
Oh, no,
I am
I
not
don't.
hiding any horns
devil
or
reincarnated.
goat's
Devil.
feet, Louis.
Right.
I have no tail.
Why do you bring up folklore? You mean that you've taken advantage of people's beliefs?
No, not exactly. I mean that we in fact created them from scratch. It is amazing to see how mankind has such a strong need to believe in something superior to itself. It was very instructive for what was to come.
Why should I trust you?
I'm not asking you to, Louis. If you are still in doubt about the demons, I can assure you that won't last long.
But why me?
Why do I tell you about the greatest secret ever revealed to man?
That's right.
I'm coming to that. Don't worry.
What has my mother got to do with all this?
She embarked on a crusade many years ago to kill all the demons.
That must have upset you. I imagine you retaliated.
No, I'm afraid she never forgave me.
Forgave what?
We met when she was still just a young woman. I appeared to her in a different form because I didn't want to reveal the identity of Lord Mortimer at that time. She was looking for someone interested in the occult to decipher an ancient book. We spent many years together, until I revealed my true nature to her.
The old book was Al-Azif, wasn't it?
Did she speak about it?
Not so long ago, yes.
Indeed, it was already Al-Azif. She wanted to unlock the secrets.
What are the demons' projects for humanity?
Our aim has long since been to protect humanity from itself. On the other hand, although we give them the impulse to succeed, we don't all agree as to the path they take to achieve it.
How would you qualify your species, scientifically?
Good question. What is your area of expertise?
Physics, biology, philosophy? Let's go biology.
I would say biology.
So, I would class demons along with parasites.
The comparison's not very flattering. You live inside a host and you feed on that host. Do you not?
A large number of parasites are essential to the survival of their bearer, you know. We do indeed choose a host. We enter inside them, and we evolve with them. But if you prefer a more philosophical approach, or a more poetical one, consider us as an idea. We are an idea that penetrates the human spirit. But in fact, in no way are we a danger for our hosts. Quite the contrary, we strengthen them.
Continue.
Louis, it's time you opened your eyes. Come, you'll soon see.
After you.
Oh, skyscrapers leaving Rainbow.
If you could manipulate us
Aw, that's
mentally,
not-
what's the point of all the theatrics of the conference?
You must suspect that we asked ourselves that very same question. For many centuries, we didn't organize any conferences, and most of the time, it ended in civil war between demons. Many of us were killed during this period. The idea of organizing conferences was the answer to everything. The interest being to erect some rules among ourselves. Our family first divided up all the principal countries of the world. Now, whenever one of us wanted to propose a major change between these countries, they summon the demon in question and initiate a conference. The demon that initiates the proposition doesn't have to give notification of the subject of the conference beforehand. Consequently, we participate along with our best assets. Once the humans are brought together, the conference begins, but we are forbidden to use our talents to influence the participants. The first meeting is held in order to expose the subject to all the participants, followed by several days of reflection, during which we are allowed to be persuasive but not to impose our will. A second meeting closes the conference with a final vote.
So, for you it's a game, isn't it?
I understand your remark, but after living several centuries, you stand back and enjoy what reflection and pleasure you can.
But how do you agree on global policy?
Locally, we often have competing interests, and sometimes we start wars between men which are linked to our disagreements. Most of the time, our father steps in and gives directives, which my family follow to the letter. Indeed, in my opinion, it is high time we moved on.
What do you mean?
I mean that a new era must begin. The old monarchic regimes are outdated, and it's time to evolve.
So, von Borchert, he was looking for the Al-Azif for you.
Exactly. Al-Azif has always belonged to my family, Louis. And with good reason. My father wrote much of it. Can you tell me what you've done with...
What, you mean the Al-Azif?
No, I already know that. Sarah came here with it and got rid of it. I was thinking of von Borchert. He isn't essential, but he is a trusted person.
He's a prisoner at our headquarters in Paris.
All right.
Did what happened to Elizabeth Adams have anything to do with you?
Unfortunately, the poor girl became an issue between us, in spite of herself. A family of demons is still a family, and as in all families, there are disputes. Elizabeth's family, the Adams, has always been under the patriarchal control of my father. As he and myself are not really on very good terms, sending poor Elizabeth here was terribly rude of him, really.
You did accept, though.
No, I would say rather I was presented with a fait accompli by Gregory and went along with the intention of helping her. But this is my castle, and everyone is the master of their own home.
The voice in Elizabeth's head. It was you.
It was my father, to be precise. I hope I've answered all your questions, Louis. Come, I've something to show you.
His servants are kind of creeping me out.
There is one question that remains to be answered. Why me? Why tell me all of this?
Oh, haven't you guessed yet?
What?
I've got an idea, but it might seem stupid.
Trust me.
Am I one? I mean, am I a demon?
Would you like that?
No, I don't think so. I'm just a man, and that's fine with me.
Look, we are of the gods, Louis. Always have been. You, as much as me, you are one of us, Louis. You too are a demon.
Are you serious?
You know it. Deep down inside, you know I am telling you the truth. Where do you think that natural, charismatic presence comes from?
So,
Your talent
I'm a
must
demon.
already have manifested itself somehow. Have you ever had any visions?
No. Stop it.
Everyone's
It's
a
Have you
absurd.
demon.
never found yourself suddenly inside someone else's body, without knowing why?
No.
Whilst asleep, maybe? That's how it often happens the first time. Your spirit wanders unconsciously.
My mother can't have lied to me about that.
It's true. Your real mother would never have lied to you,
What do you mean?
Louis. I would rather you found this out from her own lips, but it's important that you know. Sarah is not your mother.
What?
I'm sorry you had to find out this
Wait,
way, Louis.
So,
But you must
am
know
I...
the truth
I'm
before you commit an irreparable
so
act.
confused.
No, it's not possible.
You are my son.
I'm so confused.
Liar!
Hello, Peru.
Well, well. So now you're his bastard. You really took me for a fool. Don't make a move, you clowns!
Everybody keep calm.
Don't say a word or I'll shoot your kid! Ah, not so clever now, are we? At last I found a way to put the pressure on you, Mortimer.
Just calm down, monsieur.
You stopped me from ending it all. Because of you, I've had to pay for it. You don't know what it's like. He's in your head. He's in your soul. I never want to feel that again.
Jack, I did not betray you.
You're just like him!
Monsieur Peru, I don't even know what this is all about.
It's quite simple. You're like them!
If that's enough to make me unforgivably evil, then I'd prefer you shoot. But I don't feel as if I've changed. I'm still the same man I was an hour ago.
They will corrupt you. It's inevitable.
And I won't be able to resist. Like you are now?
Well...
Give me the benefit of the doubt. Think about it a moment.
So, what are you gonna do now? You've just found out your true nature. What difference does it make?
Jack, I can assure you that what Lord Mortimer just told me makes no difference.
That's what you think. But you're already in his hands. And you don't even know it, Louis.
No, Jack, it's the contrary. Everything that's been happening here has been carefully planned by the Golden Order for months. And everything is going exactly as planned. Lower your weapon. It's all right. It's over. You'll make it through. And you're going to get your life back.
You're just like him. You are already. You can't see it, or you don't want to see it, but it's already too late. In fact, I haven't got any choice.
You always have a choice. You know very well what will happen to you if you shoot me. Jack, I'm the only one who can help you resolve the situation. I'm just asking you to trust me. I'm not against you.
I did it again.
It's over. Come
Oh my
now.
god.
You
The
know
ones
what I
with
told
Peru
you.
are always so hard
Evil
to do.
and good depend on you, and not on your nature.
Yes, it's true, and the same holds true for all of us.
Monsieur Peru, I am willing to overlook this latest scene. You can thank my son for that. I think, however, that you ought to take your leave for your good and ours, as well as that of your daughter.
I didn't know Peru had a daughter.
not too shaken up. You've experienced many significant events since your arrival.
You can say that again.
For now, I think you ought to find Sarah, my son. You ought to talk things over with her.
So she's been lying to me all along?
Let her justify herself. What's done is done. Sarah must explain herself. You must clear the air. We'll have all the time we need to talk afterwards. But all in good time. Before you join her, I'd like to give you something. As a demon, I would like to introduce you to your first talent.
What do you mean?
Open your mind, my son. Relax. You hold immense power. It's already there inside you. Empty your mind of all thoughts. Just let me show you the way.
I should relax.
Open your mind. Hear my voice. Feel the vibrations and listen to what has been happening to you deep inside, but which you have been concealing. Trust yourself. It's all already in there.
I can hear something.
Now breathe.
It's a sound, very faint.
That's right. Concentrate on it. My voice is growing fainter, but I am here.
Whispers, words, mixed voices.
Focus on one of them. Don't be afraid.
I sense a stream. Some words are clear, but not all of them.
Let them enter into your mind.
I am so confused.
Hear them. Now I can hear a clear voice.
Well done, Louis. Congratulations.
What was it?
You are now able to read people's minds.
So I am a
what?
demon.
You heard me. From now on, whenever a human speaks to you, you will be able to read their current thoughts. So if you
I
need
can
to
read
hear
mine.
something in particular from someone, all you have to do is make them think about it.
But I'd be violating their minds, wouldn't I?
No, nothing of the sort. You won't really be penetrating their psyches. Let's just say you'll be picking up residual signals emitted by their thoughts. It isn't intrusive at all, rest assured. There are also a few rules you need to know that govern this talent when used between ourselves. You can read...
Wait. New Blood, you know how to read people's shallow thoughts.
the thoughts of demons as well as of humans. But be careful. A demon more experienced than yourself will know that you are spying, and will often react quite violently.
Wait!
It's considered bad form to play around the psyche of another demon. It's a question of courtesy. But let's be clear.
So
What is
more,
most
not
considered
more.
bad form is
Holt.
getting caught. So I would advise
That's why
against
Holt
trying
knew
to
I was
read the
spying on his
thoughts
one
of
conversation.
Gregory, for example.
Home?
Yes, the old grump is touchy, and rather a stickler about the conventions. On that note, go and see Sarah, Louis.
Very
Otherwise, she might leave without you. We'll continue this discussion later, if you want. Just join me in my study when you've finished.
Reading thoughts, you're now able to hear the superficial thoughts of your whatever. Each use of the mind reading costs one essence point. You can earn one back when confronted to an immunity, 2 by exploiting a vulnerability, and 3 by consuming a devil's thorn. Do I want to...
You're
Okay.
right. I need to go now.
All right,
See you
well,
later, Lord
I gotta
Norman.
get off.
One more thing.
Alright,
If
later.
you want to know the truth about your birth, ask her about Paris, 1763, at 12 Rue des Martyrs. That's where she disemboweled your mother to steal you from me.
I think I'm gonna get off too. 'Cause
Well, y'all
it's-
suck. I'm not even done with this episode yet.
It's not that I
since
regret
it's
all these
almost 1
discussions,
o'clock
but
in the
I must hurry
morning,
to the
and
wharf.
if the roads are bad, Mom must go grocery shopping tomorrow, so...
Nice.
So... I'll see you later then.
Later. Let's see if there's anything around here. Jabba, how are you gonna leave when I'm not done yet? Did you seriously already leave? Wow. Fine, Jabba, I see how it is. Wait, so now I have a reason for the Devil's Thorn.
Hey, a Russian ruble. I wonder what it'd be worth today.
Wait, I can read this plaque now. Oh, never mind. That was a one-time thing. Damn. Why is Emily here?
Oh no! No, Mother!
Louis, it was an accident, I'm sorry. I didn't have a choice. She attacked me. I didn't want to hurt her.
What happened?
I was on the wharf. It was dark. She seemed to be preparing to depart. I moved closer. I wanted us to talk, but as soon as she saw me, she threatened me. I wanted her to explain to me in her own words what had happened to Emma. I had to know what happened, Louis. Is it really for him that you left me, Emily? That's pathetic. Look, he still doesn't get it, for crying out loud.
Emma? Oh, the bitch. Bitch.
What? Louis, what's wrong with you?
No, you are not Emily.
Ah, that. It took you long enough to figure it out, though.
How did I get the
I
mixed
felt
up?
sorry for you when I saw you couldn't even recognize her, Louis.
Wait! So, it wasn't Emily that came to my room, it was Emma. Oh.
What do you expect? It wasn't my fault. Was it perhaps that night we spent together after the conference that persuaded you that I was worth more than her?
What?
Oh, you still don't get it. The night of the conference? It wasn't poor Emily who paid you a little visit in your room. Oh, she was much too busy with Monsieur Bonaparte.
No, that's not true.
It was me, of course.
Wait.
I assure you,
She
you got
was
something
busy
a
with
whole lot
Bonaparte.
better. And when I think she wasn't even armed when I arrived. Right. Take a moment to think and meet me at the manor later.
You're crazy.
Now, Louis, don't push it. I understand your grief, but I won't put up with that sort of talk from you or anybody. If he says one more word, I won't be around to satisfy any of his desires.
But you've lost your mind.
That's enough. That's not how you talk to a lady.
I'd like to be alone, madam.
That's all right. I'd rather that too. See you later, Louis.
Wait, I'll wait till I use it to use the Devil's Thorn. Did not arrive in time to save Sarah. I did not stop Lady Hillsborough from shooting Sarah. Did not find out about Sarah's lie. Great. Well, that's lovely. How? I should have figured out that was Emma that came to me, not Emily. That's total of 12. Okay, so 11 for the one I have, 12 for the ones I don't. So, what do I want to upgrade? I'll put one on etiquette, politics, yeah. And that's the only one we can equip. Wait, how could I have... How could I have gotten there sooner?
Rational and open. I spent my whole life swimming in lies. Emily, what a waste. I feel like I know nothing. That I have to learn everything all over again. I'm a demon. I age more slowly. I can mentally manipulate people. I don't even know if it's a good thing or a curse. No, this is an advantage. I could get used to this pretty quickly, I think. Damn it, what a mess. Come on, man up, Louis. I'm still the same old me. Demon or not, I'm still in charge of my actions. And this father, I know nothing about. Yes, I've still got a lot to learn. It's enough to drive you crazy. Everything I believed in, nothing holds true anymore. Pull yourself together, man. I need to find some answers. There's no way of being alone for a minute. Sir Gregory?
Good day, Louis. I think it would be good to talk. How are you feeling?
I don't know.
I understand. I heard that William spoke to you at last about our nature and our family. It's a good thing, but you must be a bit shaken up.
That's the least you can say.
I bid you welcome among us, Louis. Knowing William, he probably didn't go into any detail about our family, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
How long has our family been in existence?
We have been here since the very beginning.
What do you mean, exactly?
Are you trying to get information from me?
Orator. Oh.
No, not at all. I was just wondering why that particular question seemed to disturb you.
Let us not insist, then. You yourself weren't very convinced by the question, it seems.
What's Lord Mortimer's problem?
I think he allows himself to be devoured by a need for recognition.
Has he always been like that?
More or less, but thinking about it, I believe that the birth of our latest sibling greatly accentuated his discomfort.
Do you think he's jealous?
I didn't realize you were so good at behavioral analysis. Indeed, William certainly is prone to jealousy. Finding one's place, notably in the eyes of our father, is not easy. And we each do what we can to succeed. But I can't justify this perpetual rebellion against our rules.
How many of us are there in the family?
We are 8 brothers and sisters.
Wait, is he... Who am I talking to? I'm talking to Home. Just conviction, cool.
What do you mean by brothers and sisters if we can change bodies?
You reason with logic. We have retained the human habit. When we first come into this world, we retain a certain attachment to our first envelope. If we are born as a man, we are brothers. If we are born as a woman, we are sisters. But I must admit, it has absolutely no real importance. They're just bodies.
Well, tell me then, are there any other families like ours?
There are officially 7, but we're the oldest and therefore the most powerful.
Is there a head of the family?
You'll see. You'll meet them all, of course, when you are ready. They created us and set out the rules, especially our father. As for our mother, she retired from the political stage. We don't see her much anymore. I think that all these questions simply bore her.
I see. There is still much to learn.
Yes, it's true. You've got some catching up to do, my boy. One thing you must understand, regarding any disagreements that might arise between William and myself, is his position with regard to mankind.
What do you mean?
Well, for centuries we've been trying to help and therefore preserve humanity. Monarchies are simple and practical. They enable us to inspire humanity efficiently, and I can't understand why William wants to replace them with democracy.
But if your intention is not to dominate the human race, why not let them be master of their own destinies?
I perfectly understand this type of reaction from you, less from William. The main thing you're lacking is time. Man is transient, and one of his particularities is that he does not learn from the errors of his peers. He uses up an incredible amount of energy building and destroying whatever he himself has put into place. If we weren't here to help them, guide them, I sincerely believe that humanity would have become extinct by now. On the other hand, we are eternal. When we plan ahead, we do it for the long term.
Yes, I understand, but that's more like tyranny, isn't it?
Well, it's all a question of your point of view. From man's point of view, I can understand how he would have that impression, if ever he found out. But don't forget your true nature. From the demon's point of view, in other words, ours, letting man do as he thinks fit would equate to letting him race to his own demise.
But what about man's freedom to choose?
That is man's worst enemy, Louis. Imagine a creature that dies without reaching the age of adulthood. It remains a child. We have to help him, otherwise he will put himself in danger. It has taken centuries for our family to establish relative peace between demons. Thanks to this policy, we have been able to decide everything by confining the other families to subordinate roles. And now William is obsessed with disrupting everything.
Peace between demons? What do you mean?
I'm not talking about conflicts within our family. If that was all there was, everything would be fine. But several other families, younger but nonetheless powerful, are trying to upset the balance. At present, we dominate most of the major countries around the globe. Some families are pushing, via less influential countries, to gain ground. Do you understand?
As best I can, yes.
When the time comes, you must take up a position on the political chessboard. I only hope your father doesn't take you down with him.
Are you trying to warn me that I'm in danger?
That, Louis, will be up to you to choose. Most of all, make sure you don't pick the wrong side. William has had all the time he needs to think about this. You do not. I'm sorry to say this, but this first choice might well be of capital importance to your future. I want you to make an informed choice. Now go and see your father, see what he has to say, and then think it over very carefully.
That's exactly what I intended to do. Thank you, Uncle.
Don't mention it. If I've been able to help you in any way, go now.
Okay. Can't believe I let Emma die. Or not Emma. Emily. I was kind of hoping that I would be able to help her more.
I haven't the time.
Are you okay, Viaggi? I just ran the complete wrong way. Oh well. Oh, the sign.
Louis, busy as always, I see. How lucky you are. I must admit I'm trying to kill the boredom myself.
I get the impression we're all in the same boat.
And here I was thinking you might have some juicy gossip.
Well, Mr. Godoy heard that we are expecting a last-minute guest.
Pardon?
Yes, a certain Al-Azif.
Strange. Doesn't ring a bell.
Well, I might as well not hang out here any longer, if he has nothing to say. Me neither.
He must have misunderstood. The conference has started. Godoy is a little too used to court intrigue, if you ask me.
I agree with you. Well, nevertheless, I hope I have distracted you a little.
Yes, thank you, Louis. I don't need much. And don't hesitate if you ever do have any news.
I won't, Mr. President.
Alright then, so I'm supposed to team up with Holt. Well, if I don't want to die, I'm supposed to.
Louis, I was sure you would stay. I'm proud of you. You've made the right choice.
I had no choice.
You must have been disappointed not to have been able to speak to Sarah one last time. I would have liked her to tell you herself.
Well, I guess I'll never know now.
True. Even so, there is one more thing I haven't told you about her. Sarah was my daughter.
What? But why didn't you tell me the truth about her?
I thought that might be too many truths to absorb at one time. I intended to tell you afterwards. You were in a hurry, so I made a decision. You've been able to understand and choose for yourself. How do you feel?
Hard to say. Quite curious to find out more. My whole way of thinking has been blown apart in just a couple hours.
What could be more normal? It may have been a bit brutal, but you've just grown up in a very short space of time. From now on, you can influence your own future. I will guide you. We've all the time we need.
You're not the first to make me that offer.
What do you mean by that?
Your brother, Sir Gregory.
Gregory. Why am I not even surprised? What did he say?
According to him, the family is a prickly subject for you.
He exaggerates. I don't have problems with all our family, far from it. I admit I find it difficult to follow the path set out before me sometimes. I don't share their vision, and they don't understand me.
They find you unstable.
I don't impose anything on anyone. I'm just following my own path.
But where does it lead?
I suppose I should explain. For centuries now, demons have emerged in and around great leaders all over the world. But like true tyrants, they have governed with an iron fist in a studded glove.
That's the impression I get.
But you see, people's discontent is increasing, and they are too high up to hear it. They take themselves for gods. Sooner or later, the people will turn against us, just as they have in the past. Each time it's happened, many of us have died. We must master the humans, yes, but gently. And the best way of doing that is by allowing them a free choice, Louis.
You really are trying to liberate men.
Of course not entirely, no. It is easier to keep control over people who slumber than people who are oppressed. A man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man. Whereas, if you give him a roof, food, and entertainment, he will do whatever you want. The best way of getting them to achieve something is to make them think it was their idea. For that, they have to feel as if they are free.
Hang on. What do you mean?
Look at the United States. From the start, I introduced an idea that will change everything. The idea that everything is possible. Everyone can become someone. Is there anything more beautiful?
You mean it's not true?
Man can move mountains when he believes it is in his own interest. And what nobler cause is there than his own freedom?
Do you have any more examples?
Of course.
Talk to me about slavery.
Well, take the slave trade, for example. It's an archaic practice that simply has to stop. Today, black slaves of America work for free and in unbearable conditions. Tomorrow, if you free the blacks and offer them work along with a salary, they will bless you for it. Then, they will be integrated into the system. They will be taxable. Once they are free, they will have to work for a roof, pay taxes, and feed their families. Maybe we could take away the civil rights of prisoners, for example. In this way, we'll keep control of all those who respect the system and benefit from the others as a workforce.
And what would you propose for women?
They must be given the right to work and to vote. Look, at the moment, they don't work. They take care of raising children. What a mistake. We have to get them out of the house. Make them work. In this way, not only will they become consumers, but they will also delegate the job of education to the system. We could guide humanity from a young age, Louis, don't you see? Today, we are wasting too much time. What obscurantism! By harping on this concept of good and evil, guilt and redemption, look where men are now, locked up in beliefs that should no longer exist. It's time for men to rediscover themselves and to take control of their lives, as they really are, without any moral judgment.
Oh, religions.
Tell me what you think about progress.
Progress is essential, Louis. It's the future.
What else?
Progress must liberate humanity from burdensome chores. Progress must replace man wherever his presence is not obligatory. It creates both the desire and the need. It will liberate women as soon as the machines are able to do all the chores in the home automatically. It will bring men together by bringing a faster means of locomotion. Look at the Cultural Revolution that printing brought about. But the most important of all has already been laid. The foundation stone. Freedom of speech. The First Amendment of the Constitution. There must be opponents to every project. So, above all, don't develop a one-track approach, otherwise man won't have enough room for expression to feel free. If man sees his chains, he will only want to break them. If we give men the feeling that they are free, I am convinced that they will exceed their limits, and it is only from that condition that humanity shall rise up.
But do you want to dominate or raise humanity higher?
I want it to advance. I want it to progress. Man is our vessel. If he progresses, then so do we. Wouldn't you like to know what we really are?
Who do you mean? Demons?
Yes, us. Our species. I've been searching for centuries, trying to find a way to explain the reason of our existence, but humanity has not yet evolved enough to make any progress on the subject. I am convinced that the sciences will bring that knowledge someday.
So, that's your objective, is it? To understand who we are. I see your point.
Our family clings to its privileges and to the past, and that's how they are putting us in danger. The time has come for change.
Okay.
Now that you know your true nature, there are still a few things I need to teach you.
What do you mean exactly?
A new skill. And not the least, Louis. It's about taking control of a person.
I don't see how I could do that.
I shall help you the first time.
How do you do it?
It's an animal resonance. How it works is still a bit unclear even to us.
Like a wave or a sound?
That seems the most likely, yes. In my opinion, demons are capable of tuning their psychic frequency to that of others. That is why, for example, I tend to surround myself with deaf and dumb servants. The servants dressed in black. I infiltrated them. I opened a channel between them and me, and then I deprived them of speech and hearing. This way, no other demon can turn them against me.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, let's not waste any more time.
I deduce that you're impatient to master what's in store for you. That is good. I thought I'd mix business with pleasure for this first time.
What do you mean by that?
The conference will come to a close shortly, as you know. Not that I'm fed up with archaic diplomacy, but it's time to ensure the success of this project. To make this happen, I would like Piaget to inform the Pope he has changed sides.
You're going to use your powers to alter the votes?
The real game is about to begin, Louis. Up till now, the guests have been sizing each other up. From now on, it's time for Gregory and myself to play. As well as you yourself. Now, here is my plan. I would like you to join His Eminence in his room.
Just play along. We'll see when the time comes. Very well. And then?
You're going to have to trust me. What we're going to do is painless for the human you are going to invade.
Invade?
Yes. You're going to enter his mind and take control. You're going to influence his actions and his psyche. Make him speak, then concentrate. You must focus on him in order to feel his thoughts. Then, while speaking, you must link with him. Once you're done, you will naturally find your way to the source and enter into his thoughts.
But what if I fail?
Trust in your instincts. You just have to let yourself go. You have the skill. Let your nature come to the fore. You'll see. If you fail, you'll be in for some light banter with His Eminence. That's all. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Very well.
Perfect. Go now. The Cardinal is in his room. You will have to write a letter to the Pope as if Piaggi had written it himself. In this letter, tell the Pope that whatever happens during the conference, he must follow my propositions. But be careful. In order to protect himself from counterfeiters, the Pope had Piaggi's hand tattooed with a symbol to be sure of his identity. You'll see when you're inside him. You'll understand. Once it's written up, just bring it back to me, and I'll send it off immediately.
All right. I'll take care of it.
Okay. Shut up, Waldo. I'm stuck.
Before we proceed on this episode, to arrange with rather more precision the degree of...
Wonder who she's talking to.
Ah, well. Louis, what brings you back to my chambers?
May I sit down?
Of course, Louis. Don't you feel good?
Yes, but if I'm gonna pass inside you, I'd better sit myself down first. It's nothing, don't worry about it.
Well, what can I do for you?
Right. Now I need to concentrate. I wanted to speak to you, Your Eminence. Your Eminence, I'd like to speak to you about the conference.
Sorry, my son, but I would rather not speak about it.
Damn it! Change subjects, Louis. Quick!
Politics?
What exactly is your role?
Wait. What's his... Questioning him
with regard to the Holy Father.
What? What on earth is he playing at?
It's coming. You're a cardinal in Pictori. Why don't you admit it?
Impertinent little brat. Louis, I don't find this conversation in very good taste.
All right, it's coming. Come on, Giuseppe, let me in.
What?
I've done it. I've done it, damn it. He was right. This is just crazy. I can't believe it. Look at yourself, Louis. You better not get caught. Whoa. But I still need to get used to this body. So, Let's see about what Mortimer asked me.
Right. Well, it's time I got started. Let's see what I can find here to help me write that letter. I have no means to validate my forgery, so I better take my time with it and not make any mistakes. There are 2 letters from the Pope on the desk. I should be able to get a clue or 2 by checking how well they correspond to each other. And here are 3 stamps. All are different.
As my health does not allow me center arrangements with Sir Gregory. Okay. My dear Giuseppe, I know you're on your way to Lord Mortimer's residence. I hope you have a good trip, even though you are obliged to cross the French countryside at present very agitated. Know that this mansion is crucial, my friend. May God bless and protect you.
Right. Well, let's start writing. Lord Mortimer asked me to discredit Sir Gregory and to announce Piaggi's final vote in his favor. As an introduction, Your Holiness, thank you for your trust. It turns out, now that I'm here, that I find Lord Mortimer's projects grant us many more advantages in comparison to what Sir Gregory had suggested. We are talking about the future of the Holy See. There. That should be enough to justify the change of vote. In one of the letters, the Pope asked Piaggi to change and to stop using his personal stamp. He asked him to use the one with the Pope's motto on it. And I remember that. Flore in Domo Domini. Must be in Latin. Giustizia, misericordia, e humiltà. Boy, I gotta brush up my foreign languages. I think it's in Italian. Justice, mercy, and humility. On it is written, Flore in Domo Domini. Latin, it blooms in the house of God. This seal is different to the one Piaggi used for the letter he gave me. Yes, I'm certain of it. A circle with a cross inside. Now, I distinctly remember this seal that Piaggi used on the letter he gave me. This isn't the same stamp. Piaggi once gave me a sealed letter. It had the same seal on it. I remember now. Giustizia, misericordia, e humiltà. Boy, I think it's in Italian. Justice, mercy, and humility.
Which one am I supposed to...
In one of the letters, the Pope asked Piaggi to change and to stop using his personal stamp. He asked him to use the one with the Pope's motto on it.
What's the Pope's motto?
And I remember that. Flore in Domo Domini.
Flore in Domo Domini. I think that's the one in the middle. Flore in Domo Domini. Okay. Oh, I hope this is right.
There's a kind of code composed of 6 letters that they always write under the dates of their correspondence. According to Mortimer, it's got something to do with Piaggi's tattoo. I guess I'll have to write one for today's date. Now, ideally, it'd be better to do without it, but I'm going to need to be extremely clever here. Today, the date is 24/01/1793. In the letters from the Pope, there are 6 letters just below the date, 2 just below the month, 4 others below the year. Piaggi's tattoo. It must be used to establish a connection between the letter of the concentric circle and the numbers shown in the middle. Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters. The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code.
Okay, the day is not translated.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
24A. A.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
No! 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 Change
Today
last
the
letter.
date is 24/01/1793.
Not 24/1. Hold on, Payne. Okay. Wait. Yeah, the second one. One. Wait, which one's not? There is no 1 or 12, so it has to be 24. So it's gotta be A.
Ah, fuck.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Hey, kitty.
What's up? 17 is... What is that, E? E... What? H? AF?
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
I'm trying to figure this out.
1793.
Okay, 17. So... EH.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
EH.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. I think I got it right. Okay, 93. No, there's... CF? Let's go with CF, because that's what it is. Wait, no. No, that's... Wait, that one's HB. Oh, I am so confused.
Need help?
Yeah, I do. 31 should be I. Oh, okay,
Today
okay.
the date is 24/01/1793.
Okay, so 17 would be EH, but 31 would be GJ, which are... I gotta figure out how to do this. So what would 24 be?
What are you trying to figure out?
What 24 would be? The tattoo on his hand, that's the code, but I need to figure out what 24 will be.
In the letters from the Pope, there are 6 letters just below the date, 2 just below the month, 4 others below the year.
Oh,
Piaggi's
no.
tattoo.
The month.
It must be
It's
used
the
to
month.
establish a connection between
So,
the letter of the concentric circle
01.
and the number
I
shown
need
in
to
the
figure out
middle.
what 01 is. So that would be EH, right?
Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters. The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code.
Okay, so this goes by the
Today
day
the date
first.
is 24/01/1793.
Okay, so 01. I want to say it would be EH, but I don't know. Payne, look it up. Give me a hand.
Look what up, kitty.
The code for this.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Piaggi's letter.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
So EH.
What's the game you're playing? I'll look
Today
it
the
up.
date is
The council.
24/01/1793.
17 has 2 different ones.
CO. Account.
How am I supposed to figure out what 17 is supposed to be if both the 17s have different ones? If only
what
I
do
knew
you
what
need?
the... I need the date. Or the code.
The date code?
Yeah, the date code.
Alright, give me a second.
Because I really don't understand it.
Give me a second.
I'm kind of hoping that the EH is right, but... Okay, H...
The first of the 12 months, most of it was the 1900s.
And there's only 10 letters.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah, what is it?
Okay, this would be hard to put. Okay. Well, then he's punching in the code.
Today the date is
I'll start from the beginning.
24/01/1793.
You need to hold code, right?
Yeah, the letters. The A, F, I, G, J, B, E. Are you at the part where you're writing the letter?
I believe so. Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm writing a letter.
Fuck, I didn't think I was gonna be in the game sooner. Shit. Alright, you gotta give me a fit. Alright, trying to figure it out. I did not know I was being in the game as soon as I expected.
Okay, let's see. Explaining the code. Given two dates and their respective 6-letter codes and the tattoo on Piaggi's hand, the day is never translated, which is the first 2 letters, so I don't translate 24. The month and the year correspond to the 6-letter code. The numbers inside the circle on Piaggi's hand cycle clockwise, and the corresponding numbers take a new starting position based on the date. Looking at the second letter, the position is 3-1. What? 3-1. Which level with I? Yeah.
Damn it, though. I'm not putting it
One
back
tick
in the
farther around clockwise is G, which the letter confirms 1 is G. Okay. We cannot see all the letter on Piaggi's hand, but using the second letter confirmed, letters indicate that J would be after G and H before A. First letter day code is 17, so the E... so the E that would be the 0 is therefore before the H in the single letter wheel. Huh? Okay. So you start... Okay, so I start at 24, which is leveled with A, which is ignored. So, 1 is F.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
No, 0 becomes... Wait, shit.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
The 24 is ignored, so... 0 is A? Or no? Wait. Is the first one A? No, the first one has to be A. Okay.
Today
A.
the date is 24/01/1793.
Then 1, that's F. Right? 1 over, that's
Today
F.
the date is 24/01/1793.
And then again, F.
1793. Today the date is
Then we got
24/01/1793.
which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, C.
Today the date
Then
is
we got
24/01/1793.
C is 7, 8, 9, which is H.
Today the date is
And
24/01/1793.
Is 9. And then and cycle back around, so A's 1, wait, A's 0, then F is 1, I, then G.
Today is the 24/01/1793.
AFFCHG. That should be it. Here's to hoping that's actually it. Because if that's not it, I just royally messed up that code.
Your Eminence, all ready to send... What's he doing here?
Damn it. That's all I need.
Don't...
No!
He can't hear us.
What do you mean he can't hear us? What's going on here, Piaggi?
Okay,
The old goat is going to drop us. It's a lousy turncoat. Well, he'd better not tell me he just fell asleep.
Calm down now. Monsieur de Richet came to see me because he was having anxiety attacks and wanted something to help him relax. I'm afraid I've been a little heavy-handed.
You can say that again.
I was about to fetch someone to take care of him. Would you care to go?
There he is. And there he stays. It's a perfect opportunity.
What do you mean?
It's been a while now that I've been hoping for a chance to get rid of him.
No, listen, my son. This is all getting out of hand.
Hogwash! I don't trust him in the slightest.
Why not?
Can you keep a secret?
Of course, my son. Would you like to tell me under the confidentiality of confession?
Don't talk rubbish. I don't trust the little runt because he is Mortimer's son. Would you believe it?
How does he know?
Dear God, how is that possible? I am flabbergasted.
We've wasted enough time. What if he wakes up? If you don't want to get your hands dirty, just turn away and leave everything to me.
This is not a decision to be taken lightly.
You're defending him now.
What are you talking about? Of course not.
He's made you change sides, hasn't he? The slime bag. He works for Mortimer. Good thing I already tried to warn Gregory.
Committing a crime in my room is out of the question. Think, it will all be on our heads. No doubt about it. I refuse to run the risk.
Right.
Monsieur von Von, I always act in the best interest of all. I assure you.
Everyone's entitled to an opinion.
You must have lost your mind to want to take such an extreme course of action.
No one's asking you to help me do it.
If you lay a finger on him, I'll denounce you to Sir Gregory. I'm warning you.
You old weasel! Very well, Piaggi, you win.
Okay.
I refuse to
So
let
I
you do
need to
the
watch
first
out for
thing that
him.
comes into your head.
I don't know what the two of you are up to, but I'll find out sooner or later.
Right. Time for me to get back into my body. Right. Don't just stand there, Louis. Mortimer's waiting for you in the Red Salon.
Alright. He wants to kill me.
I'm
Great.
so sorry, dude.
Great! I got someone who wants to kill me now. I'm hoping I wrote the letter better, well enough that the Pope thinks it's me.
Don't leave my dirty clothes, dog. Here soon after this, I have to go wash them.
Gimme. I need some more gold elixir. Or golden elixir, rather.
Really, faggot? You haven't come chase me.
Language pain.
My bad, I'm sorry. It's just this dude has no point of his life to go chase one person.
Hey, I got one. Let's go ahead and use it.
Please edit any progress. We may need to do defeat opponents with final blows with a hand cannon during crucial matches and survival? You're yanking my leg. I hate survival, to be honest, but I'll do it anyway.
There it goes.
So, Louis,
God damn.
what was your first time like? Bewildering, isn't it?
Here's your letter.
You figured
I
out the
have to
code?
admit that the experience was utterly amazing.
Kitty,
Come,
Huh?
tell me more.
did you figure out the code?
Yeah. I had to have it explained to me.
I was going to explain it to you, but, you know, the game started the match as soon as
Well,
I saw
honestly,
the code.
Yeah, I looked
My
up
stomach was
the
just
explanation
turning
for
in
it.
circles.
That reminds me of my first time. Ooh.
So yeah,
You did
you
it.
use the for that you use the day as the
Gregory, what can I do for
first.
I've just come to make sure dear Louis
no
has
more.
all the information he
So
needs.
since it was
for
24,
what?
the letter
You're
for
free to
24
make your own
was
choices,
0.
William. I would like the same for him too.
you? There's nothing I want more, Gregory.
Your schemes will lead to
Oh,
your
okay.
demise, brother. Don't involve Louis. He has nothing to do with all this. The end of the conference approaches, and this masquerade will soon be torn asunder. Don't drag him down with you in your disgrace.
Oh, ye of little faith.
On the contrary, brother, Louis has just entered the family. Give him a chance to find his place.
His place?
Wednesday, I had to clean up my room.
What place is
completely
that?
for my
At the end of a
grandparents.
leash, like all the others.
Don't listen to him. He's angry with our father.
And with good reason. He
Anymore.
governs us in the same way he governs humanity. Through fear and submission.
Same old tune. When will you understand that it's necessary to impose order for things to move forward properly?
You are under his thumb and proud of it. Open your eyes, for crying out loud. His whole system has become outdated, and he's too old to see it. He will lead us to our demise.
Here he goes with another of his grand speeches.
Actually, what he
William has
says makes
always
sense.
been fond of staging
What
big
does he make
scenes.
sense of?
It's his theatrical side.
Well, apparently I'm a demon.
You're a demon?
Yeah, apparently.
Good.
Does he have an inferiority complex?
I've told him time and time again, Louis. He always has to take it one step too far.
How dare you? You are blind, brother. Even if the evidence bit you on the nose,
No,
you still wouldn't see it.
Stay there.
I feel sorry for you.
Come on, scooch in. There's room for
Tea
all of
is
us.
drunk hot or not at all, William. When will you learn?
Yep, you heard me. There's room for us.
It's too bitter. You shouldn't let it brew so long.
I knew you'd be coming along.
Big
You are
girl.
so predictable.
Methodical, I would say. Things must be accomplished in the
teammate?
right order
You're not
if we
so bad.
want the world to keep turning as it does.
Oh, shit.
When you speak of the right order, I can't help hearing your order.
Louis,
Damn, dude, you got shot
wouldn't you
into
think
the
that by
face.
now we've acquired a certain experience? Don't you think that we're the best place to know what the right order should be by now?
I mostly understand that even with the best of intentions, this kind of talk could well be misinterpreted. Every powerful man has had to speak in this way at some stage. That doesn't mean that they were right or that they achieved great things. Take the kings of France, for example. They weren't all good monarchs.
You see, Louis, Gregory came here to make you change your mind. It's time for things to change. I acknowledge Father has done many good things for humanity, but his time is over, and now he must pass on the torch.
That's enough. There, Louis. That's the pathetic
you're
example
done,
your
does it
father
work?
has to offer. I really am
yeah.
sorry about what happened to you. You don't know our family yet. We can't have given you a very good impression, but bear in mind that we are all against William's project.
On the contrary,
If he insists on going through with it, we will have no other choice than to intervene by force. Consequently,
Hell
my dear
no.
Louis, you're going to have to choose
Oh,
sides.
yeah, hungry dogs.
I would much rather have met you
Fuck that.
in different circumstances.
there you are, Louis. See what happens when you don't follow
Oh
their
my God,
orders
you
to a
sweat
letter.
so
Louis.
hard, don't you, dude?
I'm afraid the time to decide is now.
I hope you were adopted.
If you follow William,
All
he
right,
will
teammates, let's
drag
stick
you
together
down.
this time.
Yeah, I'm kind of
on
up
the other
for
hand, you
William, though.
support me, I can assure you that nothing will happen to you. You won't be blamed for your father's
Careful, teammate.
errors.
He's
Ah, the
hungry.
masks are off.
They're vicious.
I offer you liberty. He obliges you to choose, and
it,
shamelessly
teammate,
asks
I
you
got
to
him.
betray your own father.
That's
That
what the-
is their true face.
Right.
Yeah,
Before I
teammate, way to go.
answer, well, I better think it over very carefully. Do I intend to embrace my demon nature and take my place on the chessboard? Do I stay out of it and do my utmost to stop them? Or
Oh, scary,
do I
scary,
renounce
scary.
my nature and do all I can to stay human? I was born a man. I grew up as such. Finding out that I'm a demon makes no difference.
He has a grenade
I
launcher.
refuse to let them manipulate humanity the way they do. They're gonna ask me to choose between
No,
them.
teammate, stay back.
I'll just have to go with the lesser evil of the two. But they better not count on me to keep my
Ew,
word.
you whipped out
I'll
that
bring them all
helmet?
down.
So,
Good job, teammates.
what do you choose, Louis?
I suck at this. I also have my friends.
So, one wants to keep the monarchies going, and one wants democracy.
Well, you can't get both.
Yeah, I gotta pick. I'm also, while I'm thinking about it, looking for hair ties. Because I can't seem to find them.
The hair too damn long?
Yeah, of course. I'm a girl.
Well, I don't know. I thought you
So,
wanted
the
to
lesser of the
get
two
rid
evils would
Hey,
be
teammate.
democracy, right? Ah, I found my hair tie. But the lesser of, the two evils would be democracy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so let's go with Mortimer.
They're better counting.
Oh, hey,
like,
cool. It went.
I shall follow my father, Sir Gregory.
Very well. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Please, don't take offense, but I just can't turn my back on him. That said, if he turns his back on me, I won't be slow in sticking a dagger between his shoulder blades.
My bad.
It's time we finished what we started, brother. The final vote of the conference over the acquisition of Louisiana will
Yeah,
take
we can go
place
down.
in a few hours. I propose
Hey,
you
ma'am,
gather
coming
your
back to you.
troops and prepare to close the debate.
That's precisely what I was going to suggest.
Come, follow me. It's time for us to get ready.
Leaving a pose, I believe.
Alright. Here we go.
Imagine they popped their super. Oh, or my teammate will do the honors.
Hold up.
I'm scared. Nope.
Ah! Trying to put my hair up as it loads, it's not working.
Let me get that orb. I thank you.
Do you really think we have